Hey, welcome back, y'all. It's another exciting video from the attic. Today we're going to talk about my Aprilaire whole house dehumidifier. I've made a bunch of videos on this thing, installing it, moving it around, changing some things, cleaning and maintaining it. My HVAC just kicked on, if you can hear it in the video. I get a lot of comments and questions about this dehumidifier. A lot of people are telling me that I installed it wrong. Also, a lot of people ask me why I installed it the particular way that I did. And really, I'm talking about this, the ductwork. The way that I have the ductwork tied into the HVAC system. Under normal circumstances, being a man, you would remove your installation instructions from the packaging and immediately throw it in the trash. We don't need instructions, we'll just figure it out. But this being a pretty complicated piece of equipment, I actually read through these many times before installing it and during the installation. And when I first installed it, it honestly was not working that great. So I read through these again, and I made a second video where I moved the dehumidifier and I changed and modified some things and connected it to the blower of the HVAC. And anyway, the point is, it's not always good to throw away the installation instructions. And a lot of people in the comments and the questions, they're coming at me like I don't know what I'm doing, but what I am doing is following the manufacturer's instructions on how to install this thing. If you look at page 10, it shows the preferred installation is to duct the dehumidifier to pull air from and return dehumidified air to the HVAC return duct. Got a couple pictures here. You know, this is the basement and this is the attic installation. Make note of this here, 6 foot minimum, 6 foot minimum. According to the preferred installation method, I need to attach the dehumidifier to this return line. And where it pulls air out and puts the air back into the return line, there needs to be a 6 foot gap. Well, this return line is not long enough, as you can see. We're jammed up here in the attic. Right down there is my living room. So if I spin around here, you see the dehumidifier. And the return for the dehumidifier goes around the top floor unit. And that's it right there. It goes into the ceiling. We are downstairs in my living room, and you can see the 2 return vents. The bigger one here is for the HVAC unit. This other one is the one that I had to cut into the ceiling. This is for the dehumidifier. I only installed this one because that return duct upstairs in the attic was not long enough. Here we are back on the top side. We're back in the attic. Living room is down there, and that's your 2 return ducts, return vents. This is the original to the HVAC unit. That's the new one that I cut the hole in the ceiling. Right, it goes up there, around that unit, over here to the dehumidifier. And for the 3rd or 4th time in this video, I only cut a hole in that ceiling and gave the dehumidifier its own return, because this ductwork to the HVAC unit, it is not long enough. My HVAC units are Goodman brand, and they are garbage. I have complained about them in a bunch of videos. I've had a lot of problems with them. Now, part of the reason I've had so many problems is because of the people who installed them. They did a horrible job. One thing they did wrong is they put these vertical units in my attic. And I think they should have put horizontal units. And this one here is for the upstairs. It should be way up there on top of the upstairs. And that would free up a ton of space down here. This one here for the main floor, it should be laying down. It should be a horizontal unit. That would clean up the ductwork. It would give you so much more space to work. I have a point to this rant coming up. Some people tell me that the supply line, this duct line that has the dehumidified air coming out of the dehumidifier, they tell me that I should install it on the other side of the HVAC unit, on the supply side, the side that is blowing air out into the house. Now, I will agree that's an okay method. You can do that. I've seen other videos, people do that. The installation manual, it says it's okay to do that. But let me show you why I can't do that. That is not an option for me. This HVAC unit is standing up and it is jammed up against the ceiling. And they built this terrible little box here. This janky box. Absolute horrible, embarrassing installation here. But the point is, there is no room up there to install this ductwork. Now, if this was a horizontal unit and it was laying down, I would have tons of room to either, you know, install it on the return or do like people keep telling me I should have done, install this supply to that supply. Here's the other side. Right, we're jammed up. I mean, there's 6 inches on top of there. And this box has already come apart one time. You know, look like there's a hole in it right there right now. Good grief, man. All right, let's wrap this up. It's getting hot up here. I had to turn these HVAC units off because they are so loud. Sound like they're about to come apart. I think I got my point across in this video. I get these questions and comments a lot about why I installed the ductwork the way I did, or that people keep telling me I did it wrong. Well, ultimately, my dehumidifier works very well. It was a little trial and error, but now it's working great. And if you're trying to install a whole house dehumidifier yourself, it's not that hard. You can do it. You can do it the way I did it, or if you have more room on your HVAC, just know that there's many different ways that you can install it and it's still gonna work okay. So I wish you the best of luck with your project. If you have any other questions or comments, please leave them below. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.